Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Gail.
And we're off on another excellent rail adventure in Japan.
Yes, this is going to be a scenic limited express train.
It's called the Shimakaze.
It is, and it's going to eventually take us to Nagoya, which is the third largest metropolitan area in Japan.
Our Shimakaze Limited Express sightseeing train will take us from Osaka to Nagoya via the tiny coastal village of Kashikojima. We'll start off in the nondescript Osaka Namba Station, which is not to be confused with the nearby Namba Station. From there, we'll take our first train to Kashikojima, where we'll have about 2.5 hours to explore this tiny village before boarding our second Shimakaze train. It's a fascinating little village, famous for pearls and for hosting the 42nd G7 Summit in 2016. Our second Shimakaze train will take us to our final destination for the day, the Kinetsu Nagoya Station in Nagoya. So why go to Nagoya? Well, we're going to end off with a day visiting two places that train and architecture buffs can't afford to miss.
We're doing this on a Sunday.
That's right. We're doing it on a Sunday, and it only operates 6 days a week. You can't get the train on a Tuesday. So we had to be very careful to work around that. So what we had to do though is the tickets only go on sale, as most trains in Japan, 1 month in advance. And they go on sale at exactly 10 o'clock in the morning Japan time.
And wouldn't you know it, we were on the Michinoku Coastal Trail at the time.
Unfortunately, we had a day off. That was our 0 day for us. So we sat in our motel room. I had my iPhone all lined up so I could hit the button at 10 o'clock so I can get one of the prime seats on this train.
One of two cars that are scenic viewing cars.
That's
or
right.
even at the front, which has got a glass bullet where you can look right at the front.
That's right. We got none of those.
Not us.
We pushed the button, and by the time that button was pushed, all the tickets were virtually sold, and we got some not one of the observation cars, one of the more regular cars, I guess. They're still pretty good, so we're looking forward to it regardless. We're going to do some exploration. We're going to show you what all the different cars look like and what the features of this train are. It looks like it's a really special kind of thing, so we'll just leave it at that for right now and wait for our train to come so we can board it.
You'll discover it with us.
That's right.
So this is the very snazzy looking Shimakaze train, and wow, these might not be the best seats in the house, but they sure are luxurious. Each seat has a control panel to control the reading light, the seat recline, and even lumbar support in the seat back. The seat back gently reclines to a good relaxation position. The footrest is controlled separately. You can see how the mellow yellow colors of the seats and carpet reinforce the calming atmosphere of this car. The wide armrest hides a double folding tray. There's also a seat back tray available. A real treat is the powered window blind, lowered and raised with the push of a button. One of the better looking train window shades we've seen, I might add. The seat back pocket holds a nice Shimakaze postcard and a very helpful guide to the train's features. There's also a takeout food menu, but we're going to head down to the dining car in a minute. There's also a list of Shimakaze-themed gifts you can purchase. I mean, who can resist a Shimakaze stapler? All the seats face forward when you first board the train, but if you push and hold this little magic button, the seat can be turned around to face one another.
Our seats are located in car number 5, and along with car number 2, these are all considered regular seats. Cars number 1 and 6 are called observation cars, meaning that the seats have an elevated viewpoint. Now, the other unique feature of car number 1, which we're walking through now, is that if you are extremely lucky and manage to reserve the front row seats, you get this really extraordinary view looking out the front of the train. Car 4 has 3 types of private rooms. There's a salon-style room, a Western-style private room with a couch, and this Japanese-style room with a sunken kotatsu. Back in our car, there's a large accessible washroom, very clean as you would expect on a Japanese train. Beyond that is my favorite train facility, the urinal room, complete with a viewing window. Off the same corridor is a very nice hand washing facility, and beside that is this very cute powder room area. If you're traveling with lots of luggage, there's this very nice locker area which is free to use. However, there's lots of good storage space above our seats.
Welcome to the dining car. This one is a double-decker with 2 different dining spaces. We're in the upper deck, which offers very comfortable seating with a panoramic view. David's having a Shimakaze branded pale ale. His lunch set includes a dish of pickles and a cup of tea. His main course, though, is grilled matsusaka beef on a bed of rice. I think he likes it. I'm indulging in the sweet set, which includes coffee, a couple of small biscuits, and a refreshing fruit concoction. All desserts came from the Sheraton Miyako Hotel in Osaka. And I approve of this dessert.
That's it for the first leg of our Shimakaze rail adventure. Time to explore Kashikojima. Here we are in Kashikojima, and we're just sitting down to a nice seafood feast here. It's a donburi bowl with 3 different kinds of local seafood, we believe. And Gil's sitting down with a coffee. I've got a lovely little sake here. It's a good time for a pit stop here,
Yes.
isn't it? Yeah.
What a beautiful place. So David had mentioned that earlier that this was a peninsula. It's like a little resort. Really little, like we were one of the few people who went to the terminus of the train, which is this little town.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, it's a pearl center. So there's store after store in a row of pearl jewelers with beautiful jewel cases full of all sorts of treasures.
So not too much for me, but Gail managed to avail herself of a pair of lovely earrings.
I really did need pearl earrings. It's true. So
Doesn't everyone?
So yes, I'm pleased with my purchase,
Yeah.
and we're installed in this little tiny restaurant that's almost a boathouse protruding over the water,
Yes,
and it's all to ourselves.
It is literally floating, so as we see the boats going by, their little waves cause our restaurant to rock back and forth a bit. So it's really quite pleasant here.
Yes.
We're sitting down. Gail's got her earrings. We've got about our stopover here is just an hour and a half, pretty much. And we put all our bags and lockers at the station, and just enjoying ourselves for a little bit of time until
Sure.
we board again.
This train has reserved seats only. Please use the seating indicated on your ticket.
Okay, so welcome to the second leg of our Shimakaze rail adventure. We're, by the way, this is called the Kinetsu rail line, and it's a private rail line. It's not associated with Japan Rail at all. It's a privately owned, and there's a number of those privately owned train lines. This is just one of them. And a lot of them do run specialty trains, such as the Shimakaze, which is sort of an elite level of train. They have a number of other levels as well of trains, but this is probably the top tier kind of train in their network.
So that means comfy seats and a lot of room, and pretty lovely food in the cafe.
And here we are in the lower level of the dining car. It's a more intimate setting with a comfortable upholstered seat. A great place to share one last dessert, a lovely strawberry shortcake.
And you'll notice that from that our seating arrangement has changed on this particular leg of the trip. We have side-by-side seats, which are all essentially the same features, don't they?
They are. They're the same size. The legroom is as spacious. We're just now next to each other rather than a single seat, one in front of the other.
Very broad armrest between the two of us as well. Lots of room to spread out. It's very nice.
Right now we are reclined, aren't we?
That's right. We're pretty much reclined, yeah, for your benefit, so you can see us all and all the space around us. But anyways, yeah, so we've enjoyed the trip quite a bit.
Yes.
It was a lovely stop that we had.
Yes, in Kashikojima. And we learned a lot more about pearls. That particular area is where pearl cultivation was innovated in 1893 and first put on sale in 1899.
Lots of opportunity to buy pearl jewelry.
Yes, and you know what? There are even the Ama pearl divers, the female pearl divers that you read about from Japan are from this very area. So it's very interesting historically and culturally.
So you can easily make a 3 or 4 day vacation just out of based on this Shimakaze kind of train.
Yeah, I would like to do it again,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So how much did our train tickets cost? Well, there's 3 fees that go into each ticket. First, there's the basic fare, and that's the fee for just getting on a train in Japan. Then there's the limited express fee, and that's the fee charged for more specialized services, such as a limited express or Shinkansen train. And lastly, there's the extra fee for using the very specialized services of the Shimakaze train. The total fare for our trip from Osaka to Nagoya was 10,520 yen per person. That works out to $91.38 Canadian or $67 US. Now, for a day-long adventure on a very luxurious train, I'd say that's a great bargain.
Thank you for taking.
Welcome to Nagoya. This is a particularly bustling modern city, especially near the train station. And we're here for 2 nights actually. And we have an agenda in mind. We're going to take you to a couple of really interesting sites.
We're here outside the Maglev and Railway Park Museum in Nagoya. Now, if you're at all keen about rail travel in Japan, as we are, then you'll want to make a stop at the Nagoya station and take the 1-hour commuter train that will bring you out here to this museum, because it is a fascinating place indeed.
Yes, it really it shows you the development of trains in Japan, from steam locomotives to the bullet train and to the newest technology of the maglev.
That's right. Maglev standing for magnetic levitation, essentially. And these are experiments that are still going on right now. But yeah, it's super fascinating. You get the whole history, and what a better place to find out about rail history than the people who have essentially perfected it, I think.
They have. They've revolutionized the travel throughout the world.
So let's take a look inside. So this is the train that probably changed the direction of train travel in Japan. This is the Shinkansen Class 0, was introduced in 1964, and it actually operated on regular train lines, but achieved over 200 kilometers an hour.
Now, having the opportunity to walk through and to see all of Japan's trains through the ages is a great thrill indeed, but another thrill is to take a look at this model train set, which is bound to appeal to young and old alike. It certainly appealed to me. A good reason to arrive as soon as the museum opens is to reserve a time slot to try out the Shinkansen simulator. But it's noontime, so it's time to head off to our next adventure in Nagoya.
David and I are in Meiji-Mura. It's a park essentially with reconstructed or preserved pieces of architecture from around Japan. It's located about a 1 hour's combination of a train and bus trip from Nagoya. David and I came here especially to see the building behind me, which is part of the Imperial Hotel annex, which was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. It was actually opened on September 1st, 1923, the day of the great 1923 earthquake. And this was one of the few buildings that basically survived the earthquake. There was some damage, but no, it survived. It's also one of the few buildings in Tokyo that survived the firestorming of Tokyo during World War II. But it did not survive so-called progress, where the Imperial Hotel deemed it necessary to pull down this part of the hotel in 1967. But the entrance and the foyer and just the front part of Wright's efforts were preserved. They were rebuilt here. It involved some new materials, but they were reproductions, and there's even some reproduction furniture in the site. It's a lovely space because it provides you with a 3D experience. There's enough there that you do get an idea. And I'm told that there are still some remnants that have been left at the old Imperial Hotel, or the new Imperial Hotel in Tokyo. So that's something that we're going to look at another time. Meiji-Mura is filled with all sorts of interesting structures. It is a place worth visiting, worthy of certainly a day of your time when you're in the Nagoya area. Just the grounds alone, nestled on a hillside in the woods, is reason enough to visit. Now, we've shown you our personal favorite, the Imperial Hotel by Frank Lloyd Wright. There's so much more to offer, but hey, if you liked what we showed you, please show a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. Travel intently. And please give us your comments. Everyone has a favorite Wright building, and all buildings are right.